Good morning. It's a very wonderful morning, and we are all aware of the latest happening in this part of the world. And it's so unfortunate and so disheartening that all the happening at the moment is an aberration, to say the least. If we must go by world standard, there are some things we should not be accepting any longer in Nigeria and in some part of Africa. It's so sad and discouraging that what was not happening in this country before with impunity has become a legality. An inspector general of police was illegally occupying an office and was even officially documented that his tenure will be extended, and it was done. And yesterday, it was all in the news that he has been kicked out. Some say he has resigned. And instead of you to appoint the next senior officer, you went and carry an AIG to become the acting inspector general of police, to be soon confirmed by the Senate. How will you feel for the family of those DIGs that are now being retired? Instead of you to give this position to Frank Uba, who is very qualified and the most senior among the DIGs, you are retiring all of them. Look at the resources that have been put in training these officers, all in the name of tribalism. How long are we going to dwell in this tribalistic attitude of governance? How long? It's becoming a shame, and the world is watching, and they are laughing and mocking us as a country. Nothing seems to be working. We take one foot forward and we take 10 backward. Who is doing this to us as a country? Who is doing this to us? How long are we going to continue in these shenanigans? And all of a sudden, the former Inspector General of Police, Egbetokun, that had been kicked out, all of a sudden, 100 million was found in his son's account. 100 million. And the police response now is that the 100 million was erroneously transferred from Imo State Security Trust Fund to the son of the former Inspector General of Police account. They should come out and tell us how many millions have erroneously been transferred within the last 1 year. They should come out and tell us. Is it because he has been sacked or he has resigned now that the money is now becoming erroneous? When he was in office, we did not hear anything that is erroneous. There was no discovery of money found in his son's account. This goes a long way to tell you that there are secret dark dealings in every sector of this country that if they are in the public domain, people will begin to look for these politicians to their houses and hold them accountable. I believe the time is coming. We keep allowing nonsense to continue to happen and prevail in Nigeria. Sometimes ago, a governor threatened a former presidential candidate of Labour Party, Peter Obi, that if you come to Edo State, anything that happens to you is your business. And just yesterday, Peter Obi escaped assassination when he visited the former governor of Edo State, John Oyegu. It is saddening. If, God forbid, he has been killed yesterday, nothing will still happen. And the spokesperson, the media spokesperson of the governor just came and responded to the assassination attempt on Peter Obi. That if Peter Obi had informed the governor, what happened yesterday will not happen. It is only in Nigeria that you can do anything and get away with it once you are in a ruling party. It is only in Nigeria that you will do anything and get away with it as long as you are in a ruling party. How long are we going to continue this? I strongly believe the time is coming because we are beginning to witness external forces interfering in our policies and politics in this country. Different pressures are beginning to mount. I believe it's going to shape the politicking that is going on in this country. I strongly believe. Because how long are we going to continue to tolerate all this nonsense? How long? How long are we continuing going to take one step forward and 10 steps backward? How long? How long? You cannot profile a solution to this government and they will implement it. Because if you profile any good solution to this government and they implement it, they become a victim. So they will not want to be a victim. How long? How long are we going to continue this? When we were younger, we were being told that the future is for the youth. But we are getting older and we are not seeing any future, unfortunately. We just celebrated 3 days ago the naira to dollar exchange rate that have dropped to at least 1,300. But here we are today, witnessing tribalism at the highest order, which is not a new thing. Favoritism, this is my own man, it must be him. And this Inspector General of Police now that will soon be confirmed by the Senate, Officer Disu, who was in charge of the RROS in Lagos back then, that have just been promoted now and appointed as the acting Inspector General of Police. We all know these things and we continue to allow it to have roots in this part of the world where best hands are not put in place. It is only in Nigeria that a kidnapper will kidnap victim and will tell the victim to bring the ransom in their own choice denomination. Come to think of it, the highest denomination in Nigeria today is 1,000 naira note. How many of us have seen $1,000 before? How many of us have seen $500 before? The highest you can see is $100. That is what is outside. Can the federal government of Nigeria and the present governor of the CBN, if you happen to come across this video, can you champion a policy that will make 1,000 naira and 500 naira to be withdrawn from circulation? Can you champion a policy whereby 500 naira note and 1,000 naira note is withdrawn from the public, and let the higher denomination be 100 naira or 200 naira at most? See how Nigeria economy will turn around. If a kidnapper now kidnap somebody and you say that you bring 20 million as ransom, how many 100 naira note are you going to put together to be 20 million? How are you going to convey it? That will naturally stop this kidnapping. But none of you is thinking. You guys are not thinking. You guys are not thinking. That's why a kidnapper will instruct the victim people that you should bring the money in two parts, some in 500 naira note and some in 1,000 naira note. If the highest denomination of Nigeria currency outside is 100 naira note, today, will any kidnapper be asking for the victim to pay 50 million? How are we going to carry 50 million of 100 naira note? How are you going to convey it? Will that not naturally stop kidnapping? And if you make a transfer to their account, the bank will lien it. They will not have access, and they can be tracked and traced and arrested. But what do you have? The government is even planning to create 5,000 naira notes so that we will continue to suffer and continue to smile. In the word of Fela Anikulapo Kuti of blessed memory. How long are we going to continue? How long? How long are we going to continue? If you think for the government, they will not accept your thinking because them themselves will become victim. When Soludo advised Yaradua back in the days that we should devalue our currency by taking 20 off, that if you have 1 million in your account, it will automatically become 100,000. If you have 100,000 in your account, it will automatically become 10,000. If we have done that in Yaradua's time, tell me where Nigeria will be today. Same thing Ghana did, and look at Ghana currency today. The currency is far, far stronger than the Naira. This is the same Ghana must go that we shouted a few years ago. Sadly, how long are we going to continue this? A lot of things are happening that should not be happening. With impunity, and everybody is getting away with it. Everybody is getting away with it. As long as you are in the opposition. When the man visited by P2B that was almost assassinated in Edo State yesterday, when he was the chairman of APC, did you hear anything like this? If you are no longer among them, they will come for you. How long are we going to continue to tolerate this? Nigerians, we need to wake up. Because if we did not wake up, our children will become victims. You don't know who is the next. When El-Rufai was answering question for Tinubu in Chatham House, when Tinubu went to campaign ahead of 2023 election, any question you throw to Tinubu, he doesn't have answer. He will look at El-Rufai, El-Rufai will answer. Throw another question to Tinubu, he doesn't have answer. He will throw it to El-Rufai, El-Rufai will provide answer. But today, how market? El-Rufai is now a victim because he's not on the table any longer with them. Who is the next? And how long will this impunity continue? We need to wake up. And we need to wake up fast.